Hey guys, back again for a quick blurb. The sun's keeping me company. I can't tell if it's good lighting or bad lighting, but from here, looking into the camera, it looks pretty cool. I got like this little aura thing going on right here. Anyway, quick blurb on a book I'm reading right now by Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's pretty awesome, you should check it out. He talks about how we create our reality through our thinking, which is something I've talked about before, probably in most of my videos. And he gives 4 really amazing examples of experiments that were done and validated with people who were able to create a reality with just visualizing. The first was an experiment in Japan where they took several patients who had type 2 diabetes, and they had 3 groups. One group got insulin, one group watched a comedy show, and then ate a really big meal, and then the third group watched a really boring lecture. Hopefully not boring like my videos. I hope they entertain you somewhat. And what he found was, so after they ate their meal, he took their blood levels and measured the patients who just had insulin, the patients who had no insulin and watched a comedy show, and the patients who had no insulin and watched the boring lecture. And what he found was that the people who watched the comedy show actually had lower levels in their blood, showing that when we are in a high vibrational mood, we are able to change the chemistry of our body so that we are in a higher state of being, therefore we have better health. I thought that was amazing. The second experiment was with musical instruments. He took, not Dr. Dispenza, but an experiment he talks about in this book. They take a few students and one group memorizes scales, the other group just visualizes the scales. So in their memory, they're playing these scales without actually touching a piano, whereas the other students actually use the piano as a tool to practice. And in the end, after about a week of practicing, they found that the students who visualized playing these scales were able to play them at a very proficient rate. Again, showing that visualizing creates a reality. Never touched the piano, but were able to play the scales at a proficient level. The third experiment was with people who were doing bicep curls. They had a group who actually did the bicep curls as a physical exercise, and people who imagined they were doing the bicep curls, never doing actual physical exercise. And in the end, guess what? They found out that the people who did the visualization had increased muscular ability. I can't think of a good term right now. Again, visualizing to manifest. Another experiment was very similar where they tested muscle strength in fingers. Again, they had patients, one control group, do experiments where they actually did exercises with their finger, whereas the other group, guess what, just imagined, and results, you guessed it, they had increased finger strength without ever doing any physical exercise. All this goes to show that when we visualize, we materialize, whether it's good or bad. So, what are you thinking about? What are you manifesting in your life? You see, we're used to old patterns. We think in old ways. And our thoughts and feelings are kind of like an addiction where our body will think of something from the past and it's addicted to that feeling, addicted to that experience, therefore we recreate that in our life. So if you had a troubled childhood or troubled adulthood or anything, and you constantly think about it, your brain is programmed to recreate that in your body and in your mind. But if you start to break that down and recreate your past, visualize the positive things in your life, you'll start to create more things in your life that are positive. Just like the experiment with the diabetes, the piano, bicep curls, and fingers. So, with that being said, I have a beautiful lunch of homemade sweet potato gnocchi with some sunflower seeds and chia seeds and salsa and all kinds of yummy stuff. So I have to go eat, but happy manifesting. Hope you enjoy your weekend, guys. Peace, love yourself.